In this video, we'll talk through the application process and answer some of the commonly asked questions in relation to applying. If you've applied for a grant before, you may need to apply again. For the LRSG, if you've applied for the November lockdown LRSG grant and were approved, you should receive a confirmation email from Plymouth City Council to detail your automated payment for the current lockdown schemes. If you've not applied for the November LRSG, you will need to complete an application form online. For the ARG, businesses must complete a new application form, even if you have received a discretionary grant during the previous lockdown period. There are 3 things you can do to help us process your application quickly. Firstly, complete the application form online in full, providing all of the information that you're asked for. Check and double-check this before you submit your form. We receive a high number of forms with common mistakes occurring in bank details and business rate references. Taking a few extra minutes to double-check the information you're supplying means that we're able to process your application quicker. Secondly, provide us with all of the financial information we need when you submit your form. Missing or incorrect financial information often results in applications being delayed. And thirdly, explain clearly how you've been impacted by the pandemic. It may be obvious to you, but by explaining the impact of the restrictions very clearly on your form, it helps us to process your application quicker. For example, if your business hasn't been forced to close, but you supply a business which has, then you have been impacted as a result of the breakdown in your supply chain. Help us by making this obvious in your application. Two common questions that we're asked often refer to where you can find your business rates number and how to upload a bank statement to your online form. You can find your business rates number on correspondence from the Plymouth City Council Business Rates team. It's an 8-digit number that starts with a 7, and you should find it on your latest business rates bill. If you're struggling to upload a bank statement, you can take a photo and upload this with your form instead. Remember that if you choose to do this, we'll need to be able to clearly see your name and the bank account details in the photo. If we can't see these, your application will be declined and you will have to reapply. Approved LRSG applications will receive some or all of the following grant payments. LRSG November grant payments were allocated based on rateable value and are set by government. You can find details of this on our website. Tier 2 grants are available for closed pubs and retail, leisure and hospitality businesses with a loss of income. In Tier 3, we were in Tier 3 for 5 days, from the 31st of December to the 4th of January, and eligible businesses will receive a pro rata payment to cover that period. For the current LRSG closed scheme, eligible businesses required to close due to national lockdown restrictions will receive payments based on rateable value. For businesses with a rateable value of £15,000 or under, you will receive £2,001. For businesses with a rateable value between £15,000 and £51,000, you will receive £3,000. And for businesses with a rateable value over £51,000, you will receive £4,500. There is also the closed business lockdown payment, which is a one-off payment for eligible rate-paying businesses required to close by the government. Payments are calculated based on rateable value. For businesses with a rateable value of £15,000 or under, it will be £4,000. For businesses with a rateable value of between £15,000 and £51,000, it will be £6,000. And for businesses with a rateable value over £51,000, it will be £9,000. In terms of the ARG, approved applications could receive up to £3,000 for businesses that do not pay business rates, or rate-paying businesses that have not been forced to close but still significantly impacted may be eligible for the following grant payments based on rateable value. With a rateable value of £15,000 or under, this will be £4,200. With a rateable value of between £15,000 and £51,000, this will be £6,300. And for businesses with a rateable value of £51,000 or over, this will be £9,400. It's important to understand that only one discretionary grant will be awarded to a business per premises per lockdown. A few more important things from questions that we're regularly asked. You can only apply for one grant scheme. This means that you should either apply for the LRSG or the ARG scheme. You should only apply for support through the ARG if you are not eligible for the LRSG. Why do we need your bank statement? Plymouth City Council is responsible for administering these grants on behalf of the government, so we need to carry out checks to prevent fraud. If you don't provide the financial information requested with your application, it will delay processing and grant payment. What financial information should you include on your ARG form? We ask that you include details of your fixed costs like rent, mooring, and business overheads that you are continuing to pay to run your business each month, so we can understand what pressures these are having on your business.